barely made it to here. Hold on, guys. Catching up a few things really quick. No, not that, please. This one. Let me check. There's some more. Notifications. Got Savard and Thomas claimed. Those are claimed. Looks like we have 3 left in hockey. If Jason is selling Seattle, they're left, and 1 left in Big Al's, I think. Let me make sure here. Lots of good choices for comeback player of the year. I looked at the list earlier. So good luck, I guess. I sold Luke and traded with Vlad in Jersey. Let me see here. I saw. Which Luke did you sell? Oh, Luke Robitaille. By Luke Robitaille. So those ones are 3, right? And you sold the baseball for 4. So hold on a second. And we traded who? Rivera for Jerry West. Give me a second here and I'll fix all that. So Craig, you -4, you -3 for the 2 sells. Nick bought 1 and bought 1. And then you sold up here, Craig. Was that in Jersey or? Yeah, it was in Jersey. So West for Rivera. Rivera trade. West trade. Then you sold Luke Robitaille, which is right. I'm talking to myself, so right there to Nick. Let's see here. Think that's the way? What are the guesses we have? Philip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, Alex Smith, DeMar Hamlin, Peyton Manning, Steve Smith, Alex Smith, Jordy Nelson. I guess one of those 3 will be your guess. Good luck. Nick, so you bought that one for 3, and you bought the solo for 3 as well. Hold on, guys. Almost caught up. I didn't realize all those guys were comeback player of the year. I did look at the list. I got blinded by other few names, though. Okay, let's see here. Let's show my screen. I know it's not 2-time winner Chad Pennington. Is he really a 2-time winner? Lots of good choices there. I like doing stuff like that because then I learn about the award and who's won stuff. Stuff I like, the all-decade teams, too, is fun to look at. All right, guys, we have 3 left in the East Coast box. I'll go over the players that are still left. Did I get rid of Vasilevsky? I did. And then we've got, if Jason's here, Jason, just confirm that you still want to sell Seattle. That's still available if he wants to sell. And then 1 left here in the, that shouldn't be 4, it should be 3 box here. Switch it for the last couple days of the series is all. 1 left in the random in teams. There's Jason. Yes? Okay. So if anyone wants Seattle, Seattle's available. All the other solos are gone. There will be 5 solos available in East Coast unless we have more than 2 claimed, or more than 3 claimed, I should say. So we'll see where that goes after we read off some names here. But 1 left in the 3-boxer random team in, and 3 left in hockey. I'll read off hockey here in a second as soon as more people roll in. We sold Robitaille to Nick. We sold Justin Jefferson to Chad. Chris claimed Rodman and Gardner. Sorry, someone asked that. Vlad, did you say are they still available? Maybe you did, and then you saw it, but Dennis Rodman did get bought. Vlad had Zach Thomas. Nick had Serge Savard. So that's where we're at. These 2 lists were both posted, as well as Radke. If you guys want me to read off your line, if you didn't see the picture and you want to know who you have, let me know and I'll read them for you. But other than that, I'm not going to read 80 and 100 names just to save you guys time or save me time, or save you from having to listen to me read 100 names. But I'm happy to read however many lines want to be read so you can see who you have. But let's look at hockey, and then as soon as we get, this is not your teams, guys. This is just the order of claims. We'll random the teams. It's just there so I can track payments. We need 1 more claim on the random 3-boxer, and then I'll run randoms as soon as it's full so you guys can start looking at trading, selling, buying, whatever. But let's read hockey names that are available still here. Okay, 3 will close us. 4 or 5 will get us even closer. So anywhere from 3 to 5 claims left in this one. We've got Kempe on the Kings, Barkov on the Panthers, Mangiapane on the Oilers, Boone Jenner on the Blue Jackets, Hagel on the Lightning, Hull on the Red Wings. That's Brett Hull. Kreider on the Rangers, Perfetti on the Jets, McMichael on the Capitals, Potvin on the Maple Leafs, Velarde on the Jets, Isaac Howard on the Oilers, Barbashev on the Golden Knights, Jaden Schwartz on the Kraken, Sanderson Senators. Sanderson was on Team USA, wasn't he? I just realized that now. Dobish on the Canadiens, Ben Stars, Drysdale Flyers, Eriksson Ek Wild, Carlson Capitals, Kyrou Blues. I just bought a Kyrou for the series again, for my series. Kraus, Utah. I was telling Joseph I'm looking at buying a Kraus game-used goal puck that they're selling on Utah's Fanatic page for one of the games that I was at. I think it'd be cool to have a puck that went in the goal while you were there. Olmark Senators, Rangers. Are we full anyways? Barbashev, Maple Leafs, Hull. So we are full, but there's still 2 left if anybody wants them. If not, we'll have 5 solos. Richter, I'll finish reading them. Richter, Rangers, Heiskanen, Stars, Foligno, Blackhawks, Palat, Lightning, Thomas, Blues, Stars, that's Hintz, Stars, sorry. Montembeault, Canadians, Jarvis, Hurricanes, and that's it. Okay, so Bill's going to take Barbashev. The Maple Leaf was who? It was Potvin, right? Is that our only Maple Leaf that I read? Potvin. I don't think there was another Maple Leaf. It's not. So let's do this. So still open. If not, we'll have 5 solos, but you're welcome to claim one. That'd be down to 3 solos or 1 solo. So Bill asks, I've got you with Barbashev. I've got Carlos with Potvin. Carlos, you want the first Ranger in addition to the first Maple Leaf, or are you just looking for 1? Let me know so I don't screw it up and give you 2 if you only want 1. Hull, Barbashev, Potvin, Hull. There's Hull. There's Felix. Yes, both. Okay, 1 second. And then who was the other one that I'm missing? Barbashev. And the Ranger, Kreider or Richter, Carlos, if you want to pick. I can give you the first, which is Kreider, but if you'd rather have Mike Richter, that's another Ranger. Those are the 2 Rangers that are in this series. They usually get claimed, but not usually. They get claimed a lot of the times. But Brian A. wasn't here today, so they're both available. Richter or Kreider, you can pick. Kreider or Richter. Kreider is still active. Richter is retired. Second one, Richter, you got it. He's Team USA guy, right? Richter. Okay, so 1 claim available if anyone wants to. If not, we're going to have 3 solos instead of 5. So we should have 24 claims here, which we do. Okay. I'll run these randoms now. I feel like it's better to have a few more solos than just 1, just so people that want to get in for cheaper. They're $13 each on the last tray if anybody wants them. Still needing one over here to close this, then I'll run those randoms. But let's do hockey first. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My daughter has been asking for a tramp for like 4 or 5 years. All our neighbors have them, so it makes no sense to have a tramp in every single backyard. But she got one for her birthday, so they've been bouncing on the tramp out there. I let her miss dance today, specifically so she could bounce on her new tramp. And they've been out there for like 4 hours. My wife's gone, but they're just out having fun. 7 times, there's 6. Last 3 are available for $13. That is Montembault, Barkov, and Mangiapane. Those are our 3 solos. Goalie, forward, and don't know. Forward, I think. Could be wrong. Let's share this one here. So it's a fun day for tramp for my kids. Even though my son injured himself on someone else's tramp like 2 weeks ago. Barkov for Nick. Got you, Nick. Jason just behind. Jonathan, I've got you with Mangiapane. Just Sam Montembault left for 13. Goalie for the Canadiens. I think we hit him last. Was it last case that we hit him? Or maybe I'm just remembering the one I have one on my PC that I took a picture of recently. Did we hit Montembault last case, guys? Last series? It seems like sooner than last series. Hopefully I'm not messing that up. Deion Sanders in the bag, Andrew Luck in the bag. Yeah, guess a NFL Comeback Player of the Award winner in here. If you get it right, you get $10 to use tonight. Jason, you want Montembault? You got it. We are closed there. James just behind on Sam. Apologies for that. Gronk in the bag. Okay, we're full on everything except for. Oh, hey, dude, what's up?
I'm playing down switch for down on the tree.
You're done out? Did you lock the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can play on that until Mom gets home, which is in like an hour and a half or an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Make sure all the doors are locked since she's gone. So what am I thinking? Yeah, it must be Dovish because we did hit him, but I think I took a picture of the one. I hit one in not in East Coast. It was in a different room, even different than East Coast. And I think I took a picture of it recently because I remember like the M was missing and I had to fold it out like in the picture I was trying to take. So I think I'm just confusing myself. Okay, we're full on everything except for, sorry about that. Seattle, Jason has for sale and Radke for $18. And then we have one left in the Random Teams Big Al's 3-boxer today. We'll do a live fill as well. 3-boxer, so 6 tonight. Probably we'll skip the 2 on Saturday, and then we'll end with 4 on Monday with the 2 freebies. So 12 left. That's what I'm thinking. Larry, you want the last spot in the 3-boxer? You got it. Oh, did you? Perfect, Thomas. I didn't see it. I was catching up today for what I didn't really do well on Monday and part of Tuesday. I'm like 90% back to feeling better. So I think I got a nice, easy strain of whatever it was that I had, which is great. Uh-oh. I just hit a button from pass. Sorry. Who was the last team standing this series? It was Detroit. So on Monday, I think there's 4 or 5 of you guys. I need to figure out who it is. Me too, Al? Yeah. Yeah, right, Daryl. Daryl will have to tell you guys, if you're in his room, Daryl had a fun little trip down the dark side recently with a sickness. I can't even imagine. Chad, you're just behind on Big Al's. There was one left, and Larry took the last spot in the $3. So just a little. Thomas had Detroit. Yeah, I remember seeing your name. There's 3 or 4 others. We'll figure it out on me and go look. I just haven't liked or sad faced them. Okay, I'm going to run these teams here so we get the order, and then we'll resort them. But that way you guys can look at trading, selling if you want to before we get opening. We'll start here in just a couple minutes. If anybody new is watching, or if we had a few join today, they're new, message me with any questions. Like I always say, this room is very educated. There's a lot of people that have been joining breaks for a long time with me if not elsewhere as well. Feel free to ask questions, how it works, strategies, whatever. Some people may not give you good strategies. But just kind of how things work, what to expect. I'm happy to answer them. I kind of breeze through stuff without explaining while we're going because everyone knows what they're doing for the most part. So if you ever have a question, ask. I'm happy to answer. But welcome if you're new and watching or new and joining. 7 times on the random here, guys. Leave me at Minnesota. I don't need Raiders. 3. Uh-oh. If you get Raiders. 5, 6. You were sitting on the Minnesota spot on the pre-fill. And 7. I swear. I think you were a later claim than number 9, weren't you, Dustin? I think you, yeah, because if you were Minnesota, you're later than 9. 8. We had Washington on top, Seattle on bottom. So let me paste them here. There they are. So just as a keep track of it, Bill has Washington, Vlad has Tampa, Greg has Detroit. When we reassemble them, I'll make sure that's the same. Washington, Tampa, Detroit. Washington, Bill, Tampa, Vlad, Detroit, I said was Greg. All good. Everything got resorted. So we'll read these through. Dustin, you didn't grab Vegas. I know that they're your enemy as it is, although you've hit a few Vegas helmets, even if you don't like them. Let's read these now just so you guys know who you have, and then I'll read them again when we get there. Bill, Arizona, and the Jets. Still one left in Big Al's. No, this one's full now, unless anyone's selling a team. Dustin, Atlanta, Joseph, Baltimore, Zach, Buffalo, Carlos, Carolina, Tennessee combo, Bill B, Chicago, Jason T, Cincy, Nick F, Cleveland, Greg, Dallas, Bill S, Denver, Greg, Detroit, Matt S, Green Bay, Hila, you have Houston, Bill B, Indy, Brad, Jacksonville, Steve A, Kansas City, Tim, Vegas, Kyle, Chargers, Brad, Rams, Seamus, you have Miami. Seamus, if you're watching, happy birthday. You share a birthday with 2 of my family members as well. It's a great day. It's not my birthday, so it could be better, but still, happy birthday, Seamus. Charlie, Minnesota, Leland, New England, Jonathan R, New Orleans, Bill S, the Giants, Jesse, Philly, Zach, Pittsburgh, Elliott, San Francisco, Larry, Seattle, Vlad, Tampa, Bill S, Washington. I know some of you guys are thinking, hey, I've been in your room for 5 years. My birthday was yesterday. You didn't tell me squat. Well, I'm horrible at birthdays, all right? If I see it somewhere and it sticks in my brain, happy birthday now for the rest of the year. You'll take Washington in what? I think, Tim, I think you're behind because the Washington was the open, but that wasn't. Fast forward, Tim. If I comment now, will he see it? I don't know if he'll see it. Larry's got Seattle up for trade. Washington's not available, Tim. Sorry, it wasn't even a claimable team. It was randoms. You did get your one team, though. It's Vegas in this one. All right, guys. Just making sure we're all good to go. Here's the bad part, too, guys. I set up positions, and I didn't pick an item that we're going to go for. So slowly as we go, I'll try to figure out an item we're going to – I don't want to keep it one of those items that we've already been going for. Ugh. I'll decide before we get to the football stuff. I just need to start thinking in my brain. It's not going to be a full size. You guys won the other day, so it'll be a mini or jersey or something. I'll look at my list here in a second in the middle of stuff. Okay, let's get rolling. Yeah, the only thing that's open now is Seattle's available in Rag Key for seller trade, and then Seattle's also for trade in Big Al's from Larry V. Let's get rolling. Am I forgetting to do anything, guys? Position voting is up above. That's for the bounty, and then Comeback Player of the Year award winner in the bag for the guessing game. Let's do this. Let's do Juiced first, East Coast second, Multisport third. If we hit football on either of these, it's going to count for the positions, so just keep that in mind. We'll do Rag Key fourth and Big Al's fifth, and then Big Al's Live Fill sixth, and so forth. So Juiced, I'm going to read off who you guys claimed. If you need me to read your line, let me know. I'm going to skip it for now, assuming that you guys saw it on the pre-fill post. Nick, you claim Vlad Jr., Chris Mantle, Craig Griffey, Christy, you had DiMaggio and Judge, Craig's the Sandlot Ball, Jeff V, you had Ryan and Mays, Steve, you had Hank Aaron, Christy, Paul Skeens, Bill S, Williams and Ford, Leland Marino, Larry K, you had Ramirez, Brad, you had Koufax, Scorching, you had De La Cruz and Sheen, Brian W, Electra Clinton, and then our solos were Chris claiming both of them, Sauce Gardner, Dennis Rodman. It is time to open. And then we had Justin Jefferson sold to Chad. I feel like I'm forgetting something important, guys. Don't let me do it. Randoms run, randoms run, randoms run, and solos claimed, randoms done. Morant and Lillard for trade for baseball players. If anybody wants Morant or Lillard and you have a baseball player you want to offer Nick, now's the time to do it. Let's figure out what ball we're opening. I forget which balls. I want to say we already opened 2 of the top ones, though, right? We opened 1 and 3, so everything but a 1 or a 3 works. Anything but a 1 or a 3. Yeah, we need an 8-sided dice. That's 10. Where's my 8? There's an 8-sided. Anything but 1 or 3 works here. Of course, went a little too far. 6 works. 6 works. Hole for Morant, not baseball, but still a trade offer, yeah. Nick might consider hockey over basketball at least, right? Sure, Vlad. Okay. Morant for Hole. Hole trade. Where's Hole at for Vlad? You're in the wrong list, Vlad. I don't think you're in baseball, are you? I think you're trying to trade a multi-sport spot for a baseball spot. He only has baseball, and you only have multi-sport. He's talking about these 2 being available in the juiced baseball. Are you in that one, Vlad? Yeah, the funny part is there's a crossover between some players. That's why it's hard for me to write them down. No, you're good. Change your guess to Joe Burrow, no problem. So no trade on that one because it's 2 different things. I guess you could trade across. Well, no, you couldn't. Not the players, unless it's the same. No, you can't trade across. Sorry. You could trade. Like, I'll take this and this one, and you take that and that one, but that would be weird. All right, box 6. No one's offering up any other trades to Nick for now. Okay. Box 6. I'll close the screen here. It doesn't look like anything's moving. Probably for the better. I always feel bad trade away ahead. It happens, but obviously every trade there's a winner, there's a loser, so someone wins. Okay, let's roll box 6. We'll do the East Coast next, then multi-sport after that. If this is football, it'll count towards the position. What are you guys rooting for now? Wide receivers. I like it. Rooting wide receivers. Get a double cut, so we're good. And remember, the last 2 I opened, the label was facing me, and I don't get to have fun trying to guess the signature. So don't do it to me again. Yeah, see, it's backwards. You can see this is the front. Slowly, so there's no label. No label. Fired. Packers fired. The Packer at Steel City. Don't do that stuff. All right. Good luck, all. Juiced baseball. We've hit some fun ones so far. See where this one goes. Well, usually I can show you right away, but we've got what looks to be probably a player hollow. I don't want you to see it just in case, but a Beckett hollow as well. I'd rather you see the auto first. Oh, I know this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's a cool one. We're going baseball. Too bad it doesn't have the extra script. Every once in a while, he'll throw on the extra script in there. We're hitting the baseball. Sorry, it won't really focus very well for me. Is that not Pete Rose? I shook it around so I couldn't see the hollow either, but I'm assuming it's a player hollow. It's a Fitterman Sports hollow, but it is personalized for Mr. Pete Rose. There's some cool baseballs, whether you like it or not, but that say, sorry, I bet on baseball, where he inscribed it that way. Pete Rose. I got one that says Mr. Trump making really for Pete Rose. I've seen a few stuff like that. I like the one that says I'm sorry on baseball. Well, my screen was just lagging. No, it's not. Yeah, great hit. These juice balls are fun, guys. I really like them. I'm glad I bought, or maybe I only bought one case. Need to buy another case, maybe, just in case. Pete was a random. He's been claimed a few times in the past. I don't know about this case, but there it is, right at the top. Well, close to the top. Pete Rose random going to the Aaron Judge claim. Chris D. Chris, nice hit. Michael Vick in the bag guess. You got it, Joseph. The black bag or gold bag, the bag clue is a former or just someone that's won Comeback Player of the Year award. I don't think they started it too long ago. Yeah, my internet's a little slow today. Maybe there was a few like in the 60s, but 1998 is when it started, I think, for the most part, until this last year. So, Comeback Player of the Year. Chris, nice hit. You got a trade offer. Jung jersey. I think it's Rangers in the corner if you want to trade a jersey for a ball. Nice hit, Chris. Congrats. You were on fire there for a while on the balls. Now you're getting back on fire. Pete Rose, great hit. Okay, let's keep it rolling. That doesn't mess up our pull. So I still need to figure out what I want to do the pull on. Let me see if I can look really quick here. I kind of want to add a mini, so we'll keep the Darrelle Revis mini, and I'm going to add a. I'm looking. Hold on. Let's do a. Oh gosh, man. I got rid of so many of my minis. Darrelle Revis mini, or we'll add in a Derrick Henry Titans Eclipse mini. So Titans, not Ravens, but still Derrick Henry mini Eclipse. Those will be our 2 bounty options tonight. You can still dabble with the other stuff we added in, but I'll probably change that the next time and have a new set of stuff. But for now, I want to add at least one thing new. So Derrick Henry Titans Eclipse, Darrelle Revis Patriots Eclipse. Both are options if you guys hit the bounty again today, which you guys hit the bounty on the positions way quicker than you do the other one. So maybe back-to-back bounty winners. We'll see. All right, let's keep it going. East Coast time. We'll be halfway through our boxes after tonight, right? Yeah, we'll be 10 down, 10 to go. Pete was a degenerate gambler and a pathological liar. But he was our degenerate pathological liar. He deserved to be in the hall, though. He did. There's a lot of people on both sides of the conversation. There are a lot of polarizing stuff. Yeah. And they gave it to him posthumously, right? But okay. East Coast. Solos are claimed. Randoms are done. 5. Didn't we open 5 and then we opened 1 in like the middle somewhere. 47 maybe. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 boxes to choose from. Still a hit king. He was a hit king. Okay. Jonathan R., you had Sakic, Hagel, Natchez, and Kempe. Christian, you had Ovechkin and Chris Kreider. Chad, you had Bedard and Seth Jarvis. Jonathan R., Askarov and Rope Hintz. Larry V., Geeky and Robert Thomas. Louis V., you had Larkin and Palat. Nick F. Belfour and Erickson Eck. Jason T. Hassick and Jamie Benn. Joseph, you had Fuhrer, Drysdale, Sundin, Dobish, and Wolf and Heiskanen. Daryl, you had Chelios, Kyrou, Madano, and Carlson. Brian W., Recchi, Jenner, Gunther Krause, that's double Utah, nice. O'Reilly, McMichael, Fleury, Olmark, Vasilevsky, and Howard. Larry K., you had Aho and Perfetti. Bill S., Barbashev, and Foligno. Carlos, you had Potvin, Schwartz, Richter, and Velarde. These are 26 per, by the way, for those that were joining a little later. Larry V., Hull, and Sanderson. Jonathan R., you had Mangiapane as a solo, Nick Barkov as a solo, and Jason T. Montembeau as a solo. They lied to him. It would have been asshole to you. Joey B. in the bag, Stafford in the bag. He would have been forgiven quicker if he wasn't quite. that's probably true. So yes, seems like we have a little bit more arriving now. If you haven't guessed yet, the guess is Comeback Player of the Year award winner in the bag there. If you get it right, you get $10 to use tonight. And then the bounty is positions today instead of divisions after 6 straight months of trying to get divisions. Okay, I already copied our box numbers. Let's go over here, find a box. I've been wanting to hit Mr. Wayne since the start. I really hope we have him in our 20 boxes. We got 12 left, 12 chances left. Tonight would be great. Anytime would be fantastic. I'm going to say what I always say. Let's hope for 2 claimed hits tonight. 2 claims would be great. 7 times the top 2 boxes. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. 50 and 28. 50 and 28. Let me close this. The same trades are up. On top here. I can one stack it now with the rest of these. I'm going to put them away real quick. They've been on the ground since Monday. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. And I can grab my large water and put these away. Hold on. I'll put it back here for now. All right. What the heck? My arm dirty, or is that just a shadow? All right. Going to show you guys this. I already asked one of you earlier. This is something I picked up. What do you guys suggest I do? Do I keep it as is? I picked this up for the PC. Do I keep it as is? Remember, my name is not Mike, but this is JSA Bart Starr Best Wishes Green Bay hat. I don't know this older style hat. Do I figure out a way to get rid of the 2 Mike, or do I leave it there and just not care? I've got a card Bart Starr. Jerseys and helmets are impossible unless you have a ton of money. Change your name gets my vote. That's probably the one option I didn't think of that might be the best. Find a Mike. You know what? Maybe I could find a Mike that's a Packers fan. Show it to him and then just keep it for myself anyways. I got a Unitas that has 2 Carroll. Yeah, that's funny. Go legally change your name. There, see, you guys are giving me, Daryl and Nick, you guys are on the same page. Just came in yesterday, so it seems like an easier item to get rid of it. I'm waiting for like Mr. Bill B to tell me, oh yeah, I could get rid of that lickety split. You won't even know it was there. Okay, 28 and 50. Good luck all. Yeah, that's true. Dustin, if I'm going to go for it, I got to go all the way. I will no longer be Big Al's. We'll get a new logo that says Big Mike's Breaks, which actually sounds better than Big Al's. Big Mike. Now that's got some power to it. I wonder if that helmet was signed to Big Mike McCarthy. That hat, I should say. Okay, good luck all. Box 28 and box 50. Let's make sure those are the numbers before I actually open it. I'm just kind of drifting in autopilot. 5028. That'll be fun too. Yeah, remember if you separate it, they kept thinking it said bye gals. I know. It's like to Tony is on eBay right now, is it? So there's a couple of these, huh? Tony and Mike. Well, I'm Mike now. Okay, good luck all. First jersey of the night is 3, 2, 1. I do not recognize this one right off the bat. Probably one I haven't seen before. Is it this team or that team? Oh, I think I know now. I think that looks like not Mike, but Mark. Is this Mark? Hall of Fame 2017. Is this Recchi or Recchi? Or it is. Ooh, 91 Stanley Cup up top too. Recchi is how I'd say it, but for all I know, it's Recchi. Nice hit. Was this one claimed today? It's kind of on and off been claimed. Before I open it up. Was it claimed or was it not? It was. I want 2 claim hits. There's one. Brian W. That was your first claim today. Recchi, see, I think this is what my brain does. The times where I keep going back and forth between two, it's because I want to say Recchi, but somewhere along the line I've heard it pronounced Recchi or something, and my brain's trying to correct myself. So probably in all those instances, I should just go with the one I don't think it is. Great hit, Mark Recchi. And if you're lying to me, Daryl, I swear. Number 8, Stanley Cup, 91 Stanley Cup is the inscription. Hall of Fame 2019. Talking about Hall of Fame jerseys, we'll be pulling one of those next. He's not on the checklist. Brian W., nice hit. The Pittsburgh, top left to bottom right. That's what they have on some of their reverse retros, but this is not a reverse. I don't know if this is like a third, because they have the regular ones with the penguin on the front too. Nice penguins on the shoulder patch, but I like this one. I think I have Gensel with the Pittsburgh like that on it. Great hit. Fight strap somewhere in here as well. Inscribed. I like pulling a few inscribed every series, and we always seem to do that. Adidas Pro. Right hit. Mark Recchi. Nice hit, Brian. Okay, one more, and then we're halfway done with the series. Box 50. Excuse me, hiccuping. Time for me to break off this part of the... Is this a break one? Oh no, it's just put a whole new guy in there. Time for me to do that. Okay, here we go. Jersey number 2. 3, 2, 1. Trying to think 24. This is one of those dudes. I know that. This is a Dallas Star, and it's like I said, the green jersey is more popular than the white one. We see the green one a lot more than the away jersey. This has got to be Hintz. I think it's a little too small. It looks like an R to be the Heiskanen. I think this is Hintz. East Coast, Dallas Stars. It is. Roope Hintz. He was on the Olympics for who? Sweden? Sweden or Finland, I forget which one. And Heiskanen was there too, right? Hintz, not claimed, so we had one claim, one not claimed. There it is, the Fifth claim, Jonathan R. on your Askarov claim, getting Rupe Hintz. Fanatics Premium. I have 3 boxes coming in the end of this weekly week. Gretzky is in one of them. He's going to let us know. We might lose our chaser if Daryl gets him. He'll tell us as soon as we know who he gets in his 3, we'll remove those 3 from ours, and that'll change up the makeup of ours. But Rupe Hintz, Dallas Stars. A patch on this one. I don't remember if the Ranky had a patch, captains, or I don't think it did. But Dallas Stars, Victory Green, Adidas Pro, going to Jonathan R. Jonathan, nice hit. White strap there as well. Beauty. So Mark Recchi and Rupe Hintz. Joseph still on the. This series can't end any quicker. I think it was last series too, right, Joseph? Maybe. Majority of last series, this series. It's almost like if you could meet this series in person, this would be the kind of person that you'd try to throw gum in their hair or something, you know? Prove a point. I know the feeling. Sometimes you feel like you could have 19 out of 20 spots and you still don't win. Rupe Hintz and Mark Recchi. Like I always say, guys, all you guys go through good streaks, bad streaks. I'm rooting for you guys to keep it hot or pull out of the cold side. It's just how it goes sometimes. Congrats, you too. If either of you want to trade, let me know. Brian, yours is a claim. I think you claimed them multiple times, so that's probably a keep as well. You had a sweet Revis jersey on 24. It kind of does look like a Revis. That's funny. Okay, congrats, guys. Yeah, you hit 2 claims this week, Brian. You hit Terry and Recchi. All right, now we're back to the Hall of Fame multi-sport jersey. This is where we could also pull a football guy, so if we do, it'll count for the position. Oh, there's been a change in the leaderboard. You guys are going tight end other. Well, that's still close, though. Tight end other, wide receiver right behind, running back, no faith in the quarterback today. Okay. Let's roll with the Gold Rush multi-sport, guys. So I already said what we're going to do for the Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, Darrelle Revis are our options if you want the Hester or Theismann jersey. Joseph and I made a deal for Joseph K. He won the. He's gonna pick something hockey I have here instead of one of those freebies. So something I have extra of. So all 4 of those are still available. Which, by the way, Joseph, if you're still here, you still got to pick. Send me a message, please. So some of those will probably cycle back into the boxes and not be an option for a little bit unless you remember and want it. But I'll get some fresh options. Okay, in the multi-sport, Craig, you've got O'Neill, Messier. Chris, you've got Bird, Larry K, LaFleur, and Orr. Brian W, Forsberg, Solani. If you guys didn't see this and you want to know your whole line, please tell me. I'll read it to you. Brian W, Forsberg, Solani, Leland, Griffey, Brad, Ryan, Scorching. You had Tomei and Moss. Brian W, Bork, and Madano. Caleb, you had Deion Sanders, Larry V, Namath, Vlad, you had Ewing, Jonathan R. Hull, Chad, that's Brett Hull, Chad, Chelios, Brian Belfort, and then the solos, Vlad, you took Zach Thomas, Nick, you took Serge Savard. And then the one sold was Luke Robitaille on the Nick F as well. Okay, let's close. Let's get boxes, and our numbers are 4, 5, 6. Apparently we open 1, 2, and 3. I didn't realize that. Let's roll a dice until we get 1, 2, or 3. I won't close the poll till after this, but if this hits the position, we'll deal with it then. Now it's a tie. It's like I'm telling you guys to try to make it closer than it needs to be 6. That works. 1, 2, 3 are gone. Now 6 is gone. Bottom jersey here. Let me put these away with the baseballs, and that way I'm all sorted out tonight. One second. Beautiful. Okay, let's get rolling. Good luck, all. Next up will be Radke, and then Big Al's, and then some Liefels. Double cut, plastic and the sill if I can. Jeez. That's not a very clean cut, but it'll do. I cut into the cardboard, that's why. I want you guys to guess something for me really quick here. Hold on, let me show you a picture. What do you think? I wish I could screen share it here, but I don't have it on the computer. This is a mock-up, and they will be signing these. But what do you guys think my Fanatics guy that sends me stuff sometimes wants? What do you think they're asking for this? Hold on, getting notifications, people paying. So that's a 16 by 20 signed. Obviously, it's a little too perfect. They'll sign it eventually, but signed by all the players. And all of them will have a script with it, too. They're pre-selling this. It's a mock-up. It's limited edition. There's only 250. What do you think they want for that? There's also a version that doesn't have script inscriptions. So non-inscription one and an inscription one where they're all inscribed. That's how many players? 24, 25, whatever it is. Get some guesses out. Tell me what you think it is. Okay. Because it's cool. I do have a few USA stuff coming for us to maybe a couple winner's choices. Jack Hughes puck, Jack Hughes photo. So a couple of each. 6,000 Canadian. 2,600, 2,500. So the non-inscribed version, they're asking 2,500, Nick. That was your guess. Chris, great guess too. The inscribed version, they want 4,500. And they'll probably sell them. There's a limited edition of 250 of them. How fun would that be to get one somehow for the room and do a large winner's choice? That'd be a cool thing to put framed in your house. I'll tell you that much. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Can't tell, but that looks like a certain sport to me. This might be the guy we had in Big Al's not long ago. Is this a Minnesota Twin, or am I going crazy? It almost looks a little too. It looks like Jim Thome to me, but I can also see this being Red Sox or Braves colors. Let's see. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It is. We had them in Big Al's, and that was one of my favorite jerseys we had in there because you just don't see them that often. So this is a cool custom jersey, too. Jim Thome. We're going baseball. I think that's our first baseball of the case. And I think Thome was picked. Jim Thome. Scorching. Ray, you did claim him. Oh, that's why. It's not Minnesota. I'm thinking, how is that signature, the number? So Thome played for Cleveland and Minnesota and probably somewhere else. Remember, guys, at some point in my life, I'll dive into baseball. I haven't done it yet. Cleveland, 25. This is a custom, but a nice Jim Thome jersey. Beckett certified. Cleveland first? Okay. Did I miss a comment? Give me 5 of them, then wife divorces me. Oh, they're so cool, though, huh? There's a bunch of stuff. So the items that we'll have, there's no point in me. We'll have a couple of these photos, which I think is cool. A couple cheap shots of those and a couple USA pucks by Jack Hughes. I'll try to get some other players too, but obviously that's who they're marketing right now, and for good reason. Cleveland first. Nick, Seattle for Cleveland and 3 boxer. Gonna hold Cleveland. Phillies also. Okay. Cleveland, Minnesota, Philly. Did he end in Minnesota or did he end in Philly? Could have seen that being Chipper too. Was Chipper number 25? Did look bravish colors as well. Scorching Ray, nice hit. Claimed hit there. I like seeing the claimed hits. There's a few claimed hits today so far. Beauty, beauty. Okay, let's pull this up. So in Racky, which we're doing now, Jason has Seattle for sale. Chipper's 10. Okay, see, I should know that, but just asking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should know, right? It's right in front of my face every day. White Sox too? Wow. Hopefully, Tim, are you live now? I don't know if Tim's here, but I want to make sure that he saw that he didn't. It was just, I think he was behind in the stream and trying to buy it. And then Larry has Seattle up for trade. David Justice 25. Couldn't tell you. I need to get on the baseball trend. I'm surprised I got into hockey. That took a valiant effort and it was worth it. Baseball needs to be the next one at some point. Okay, we're going to close the poll. We're going to close the guessing here in a second, but we've got a tie again. So let's pull first. We're down to our last two boxes. I am going to have new pictured headliners for the next double case. I explained this to someone else earlier. Radkey is a rolling series. The checklist that I have, I've been using for a long time. So some of those names may not be accurate. But with Radkey, really anybody is possible. They can throw in new people. They can throw in old people that are harder to get. They could have the same player on the checklist that moved teams now on their new team. It's just kind of a list for you guys to get an understanding of who's going for. The headliners are usually names that we'll see within a certain chunk of time. Like, well, that'll be our headliner. Sometimes it's the exact picture we see. Sometimes it's a different style. Like I think there was an STS Farb that was obviously a drip Farb we had. Those are, I mean, we have pulled the exact helmet before and we'll continue to do that, but just kind of use it as a giant, these are some options. So we're on our last two. The next case, double case, will start on Monday. In Racky, Jonathan R., you have Philadelphia, Houston. David L., you have San Francisco and the Jets. Tim, you have Pittsburgh. You sold Obi, Denver. David L., you have Cincy, Carolina. Tim, you have Detroit. You sold Carlos, New Orleans. David L., you have Kansas City and Dallas. Jason T., Buffalo, Seattle. That's up for sell or trade. Selling is 18. Trading is for someone on our team. Brian, you have Tampa, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Washington. Jonathan R., you have New England and Arizona. Brad, you have Cleveland, Indy, Tennessee, and the Chargers. David L., Chicago, Atlanta. Scorching, the Rams in Green Bay. Bill S., you have Giants in Las Vegas. Greg, you have Minnesota and Miami. So the poll was tied at a different number, and now it's tied at a different number. If you haven't voted yet, looks like we have a standstill between wide receiver and tight end other. Those are our two spots. And then what I'll do is, it just shifted. I'm going to end it. Hopefully it doesn't shift back by the time it pops up. It shifted. Whoever voted, you can stand up. Was AFK big? Who's in the bag? I'll do it in a second. Are you asking what the guess is? No, you already guessed. I haven't opened yet. Still sitting right here. We'll get there. So there's the position. You guys are going wide receiver. So receivers win tonight. Winner can choose between Revis or Henry Minis or one of the other options we've had. Let's close this screen. Seattle's still up for trade or sell, guys. I need to not close it yet. Let's get a box, and then we'll look at the bag. So we're going for box 5 or 6. You may not see them jump. I picked other for the win, yeah, and then someone at the very end picked wide receiver to make it go up. So wide receiver, what you're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 5 stayed on top. So 5 is what we're doing first. Kraken Stars. I forget we got hockey back. Utah plays in 5 minutes. I'll watch the end of the game tonight. I bet they'll honor Clayton Keller and Brock Nelson tonight. And then you'll have, so Utah plays Colorado. You'll have McKinnon, McCarr, and Taves probably on the sideline being pissed off. I wouldn't be surprised if Colorado beats us 8-1, just because maybe some of those guys aren't playing, but wouldn't be surprised one bit if they crushed us to get out their anger. Would love to win. Box 5. Let's grab it. They'll have to sit over there and while they're saying, "Congrats, Clayton Keller on a gold medal." And those 3 will be over there sitting on the sideline, 2 of which were on the last play that when they lost. Poor effort. Okay. Some of you guys got it right. You guys always have to vote in your own brain whether I'm going to pick someone I like, someone you don't know I like, someone that's easy, someone that's hard. What was it today? It was the easy one. Easy-ish. I tell you guys I like everyone, so it's not always easy. We got a Redskins Blaze here. You already know who it is. Too easy. I have made it harder other days. It's supposed to trick you. Some days you guys pick the easy ones and you lose. Sometimes you pick the hard ones and you win. Alex Smith on the Blaze. I think there was at least 3 or 4 of you that got it right. Eric said it, but then said he was going to take the harder route, and I lost my pen already today. There it is. So let me write down who has some credit today. Who started off the Alex Smith guesses? Obi did. Obi gets all the credit. Steve Smith, Keenan Allen, Alex Smith. Too easy. Al's favorite player. Gosh dang you, Jason. Andrew Luck. There's a lot of good players I could have picked, and a lot of those helmets are here. Just scrolling. I think there was at least another Alex Smith somewhere. Michael Vick. Kyle said Alex Smith. Joey B. Black Bag. Phillip Rivers. Big Mike's. I may have missed one. I outsmart myself. It's okay. It happens. Yeah, it's a fun helmet. I got that one a long time ago, and I think we had someone correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe one of you guys won it. Didn't we have an Alex Smith Blaze that was 1-2? Someone won it here. Did I miss anyone, guys? Obi, Jason T, and Kyle. You 3 have the $10 credit to use tonight. Did I miss anyone? Couldn't type fast enough. Yeah, when I looked at the list, man, there's so many good names on there. McCaffrey, Burrow, Flacco. I love all those guys. Geno Smith, Burrow again, Alex Smith, Tannehill, Luck would be a fun one. Allen is a great guess. Jordy Nelson. I love Eric Berry. I've only ever seen him on jerseys. And Eric Berry doesn't like horses. Go watch that video if you haven't when he plays in Denver. Gronk, Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning, Stafford, Vick, Brady, Pennington twice, like you said. Steve Smith Sr., Teddy Bruschi, Drew Brees, John Kitna would be a fun one. Tommy Maddox, Garrison Hurst, Joe Johnson, Bryant Young, Doug Flutie. Yeah, Alex Smith's story is cool. All right, guys. So, did I miss anybody, or was it just you 3? Obi, Jason, Kyle, $10 to use tonight. Congrats, you guys. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Okay, let's get rolling. Box 5. Good luck, all. Rack you up first. Big Al's full size up next. Looks like Seattle's staying with you, Jason. Meant to be. Incoming JSN rave. I'm not going to lie, guys. This whole case, I don't want to say I've been worried. It's not a bad thing, but I know you guys would rather not. I've been worried to pull red and blue boxes. This is not a red or blue box. We had, I think, 3 or 4 last case. And they were all fun helmets. 1 or 2 does it for me. There's a couple different ink colors on the box. I won't show it to you. Good luck, everyone. Well, it's a fun style. And I'll do this just to... No, I won't. I'll just wait. Here we go. I'll do it like this then. We got an STS 4.0, which I love. We've been seeing more of these. Probably the best STS 3.0 right behind, in my opinion, but they're right next to each other. 3, 2, 1. I still can't tell. I think I can tell. I can tell. Minnesota Vikings. That would have counted for your divisions last night, by the way, guys. You guys were going NFC North, which is the division I'd always vote for, and that's the one that gave it to you. There's the Peterson. You think it's Peterson? The Vikings have so many players. That's why you guys see me claiming them all over the place, even as a Packers fan. There's so many fun Vikings players. Radke certified on this one. Vikings were the last claim. Spot 16, Greg came in and claimed the Vikes. Greg, nice hit. Let's see what you got here. 3, 2, 1, and Jonathan called the name too. Ooh, yellow ink too. About as crispy of a Peterson signature you can get. I know it's a lot of scribble, but it looks the same every time. And that's a nice crispy one with the yellow ink. Great helmet, Greg. Adrian Peterson, STS 4.0. Beautiful hit. Radke certified, American flag, whatever that is as well. STS, support the troops. I can't think of the name. What that thing's called. Congrats. That's a running back. Greg says, thank you. Nice hit. That's a cool one. Okay, running backs are on the board. I don't know what I would have voted for tonight. I think I would have voted for wide receiver with you guys. That's usually my favorite vote. But running backs are right there with it. I tend to like the running back wide receiver stuff that's out there. Even though quarterback's all the rave. Okay, let's look at Big Al's full size. We've got a 3-boxer here. Live fill will be a 3-boxer right after this. We'll do a Radke fill, which is our final box. I want to say we have 1 authentic left. I probably shouldn't. I think we've opened only 5 authentic, so I think we have 1 authentic left. That should be our last helmet. If I was a Vikings only claimer, I know. That's what I always see people hit Packers all the time. I'm like, why didn't I pick them? It's so hard to just stick. Okay, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys after Radke and Big Al's. In this one, I've already read them off. We know that Seattle is up for trade from Larry if anyone wants to offer him a trade offer. Bill S., you have Arizona and the New York Jets. Dustin, Atlanta. Joseph, Baltimore. Zach B., Buffalo. Carlos T., Carolina, Tennessee. Bill B., you have Chicago. Jason T., Cincy. Nick F., Cleveland. Greg, Dallas. Bill S., Denver. Greg, Detroit. Matt S., Green Bay. Healy, you got Houston. Bill B., Indy. Brad, you have Jacksonville. Steve, you have Kansas City. Tim, Vegas. Kyle, Chargers. Brad, the Rams. Seamus, you have Miami. Charlie, Minnesota. Leland, New England. Jonathan R., New Orleans. Bill S., the Giants. Jesse, the Eagles for Philadelphia. Zach, Pittsburgh. Elliott, San Francisco. Larry V., Seattle. Vlad, Tampa Bay. And Bill S., Washington. Running backs up, but we're just getting started. Let's close this and get 3 balls going here. Slightly crooked, but who cares, right? Okay. Again, we will do a live fill 3-boxer right after this, guys. 1, 2, 3. Sheesh. 7 rolls to get 3 balls. If you missed that on the Pre-fill, we'll have a live fill. Those must be yesterday's numbers. Let's get rid of them so I don't screw myself up like I did the other day. 171 is our first number. 171. Right there. 179. 179. And lastly, 149. All semi-high numbers. All right, guys, let me grab those. 171, 179, and 149. Coming right up. Oh. 171, 179, 149. Good to go. Okay, I'm going to copy the 3-boxer up for our live fill. I guess it's our last live fill 3-boxer for Big L's. We'll have a pre-fill on Monday and then some freebies, and that'll close Series 37. Crazy. I got this one posted or pasted. Okay, good luck all. Box 149, Series 37. Zero Wonka. This one's got quite a bit of labels on it. One I did grab from the bottom of the stack. I don't remember which one now. Hard to miss that autograph when it's staring at me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got a lunar eclipse. Now my brain is so focused on divisions. I need to go to positions. Your piece hanging on by a thread. I'm going to fix that. See a little ink on top. It is a top signer. Where's my tape? Houston was Gila. Gila hitting on the Texans. Congrats, Gila. This one is JSA certified. Texans Lunar. We've got, you guys were close to going other. We got chicken scratch or chicken feet. It looks like the stuff that you see on that. It's overall wearing big man up front, Vince Wilfork. We see him on both the Pats and the Texans. I think the last time we saw him was on a Pats. Now we're seeing him on a Texans. Red ink on that too. Vince Wilfork, big number 75 at the end there. That's another hit. JSA Gila, nice hit. I love me some Wilfork. That's cool. Congrats. No Wonka points, but I got you with the hit there. Okay. 171. We'll keep it rolling. Of course. Congrats. I know you had the right team and the wrong break the other day too. So looks like Scribbles. Yeah, him and the Watts kind of have that same like chicken foot looking signatures. I'm trying to think who else has stuff like that. It looks like Chinese writing to me. 171, Series 37, 0 Wonka. We had a low Wonka day the other day too, it felt like. Yeah, his is kind of lazy too. There's more and more lazy guys these days. Ooh. Sticker on that one on the back. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You know who to blame this one on. Who had him? Who had Vegas? I know who didn't have him because we talked about it. Tim! We talked about Tim having him too because you were looking for the second team, but we're late in the stream, but you got the first team. Dustin knows. Tim hitting a Raiders Classic. I want to say, I think they've hit several times, 3 or 4 times probably. There's a few teams that are still struggling. I don't think the Raiders are one of them, though. I could be wrong. Tim, let's see what you got here. 3, 2, 1. It's a good one, too. That's a fun one. Third hit. Oh, I guess they were semi-struggling, though. I think 2 might be the lowest. Maybe someone only has 1. So disregard what I said. Some teams have hit a lot more than 3, but I think the lower ones are 2 or 3. Ashton Jeanty. That's another running back. Ashton Jeanty going to Tim. Tim, great hit. That's a big time. That's a headliner there. If I had headliners. Fantastic. So Vince Wilfork, Ashton Jeanty. Everyone's hit twice. Detroit's hit twice. I know they were last team standing, but I thought they just barely hit the other day. Did they hit pretty quick after again? I'm just not remembering. Like I'm just got done with my second grade lunch and went to recess. The way my shirt looks every stream. Jeez Louise. I think it's just cardboard from cutting. Goff and Laporta. That's right. Good hits. Okay, 179, Series 37. 1 Wonka point. It's wrapped up pretty well. I can see the color of the stripe, which leads me to like 2 or 3 teams. And now I can see the logo. I know which team. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got an Eclipse for a blue stripe team. With a double bagged helmet here. Did not see the auto. I'll see it with you guys. How about that? Giants were Bill S. Getting one Wonka with the helmet as well. This one is JSA certified. I said I'll see it with you, and then I proceed to try to cheat. I still didn't see it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. I forgot about him. We haven't had him in a long time. I forget if he's the one that signs the stuff, the Brady Slayer, or if it's someone else. I think it's him, but it might be a different defender. I don't know if it's Umenyiora that signs that, but this is Justin Tuck. Maybe it's Umenyiora that signs Brady Slayer. Justin Tuck was a great name for the Giants. Don't see a ton of his stuff floating around. JSA certified, silver ink. That's another other. You guys were on track with the other. Running backs weren't really ever that high. But no wide receivers yet. Let me get your points before I do a recap, guys. So hold on for a second. Bill S. Justin Tuck. I think it's Umenyiora that. I think I told myself right after I said that. I think he's the proclaimed Brady Slayer. Uh-oh, I forgot to put someone's Wonka down on the 23rd because skipped right to the 25th. Who got Wonka points on Monday and for how much? I'll go back and find it, but I'll leave a gap there. I definitely didn't record it. Whoops. Okay, we had Wilfork, Genty, and Tuck. Let's do a 3-boxer here live, guys. This will be effectively our last live fill of Series 37 before we have another pre-fill or two. Someone got points on Monday. Let me go back and see if I remember which helmet it was. Was it the Kansas City? Was it the Irvin? Was it the Laporta? Was it maybe it was Jalen Carter? Was it Moss or was it Mike Allstott? I'll go find it later. I put a gap there so it'll always remind me. Okay, sort from top chat to live chat so you see what I see. I'm assuming we're going to have at least 10-ish still available after I get caught up, just like Monday. So we'll slowly get this one filled up. Nick, I've got you a San Fran. Let me show my screen, though. There it is. Buffalo going to Jason T. Bill B just late on Buffalo, but I've got you with Cleveland. Kansas City going to Jason. Greg just barely late on Kansas City. Buffalo late, Bill. Eagles going to Dave. Denver is Brian. Kansas City gone, Bill. New England is there, though. I think we're going to be a ways away. Cleveland gone, Greg. Sorry, Rams going to Greg. Cincy going to Zach. Green Bay going to Bill. Bears going to Joseph. San Francisco gone, but Pittsburgh going to Bill. Denver gone, Dustin. Minnesota going to Zach. What's up, guys? What's up, Mark? How's it going? Baltimore, Carolina. It was Mosque. Thank you, Obi. Maybe I filled out the one side, but not the other side. I'll go look. And that was Zach. I know that. Baltimore, Carolina going to Greg. Woo-wee! We got some spots here, guys. Brad going Arizona. Got you, Brad. 16 claims, so we still got 14 spots. I'll type them up here in a second when it gets down to like 10-ish. We got 14 openings on this one for 32 each. We'll do a Racky live fill and licensed jersey tonight. This one may take a second to get filled up. Water break. Okay, Brad's got Miami. Thanks, Brad. I'm going to update the Moss claim. Yeah, see, I did type Randy Moss on the 4 line. I just didn't type it on the other line, so I would have figured it out eventually. 2, 23, 26, and I think that was the only points that day, right? Samuel Debo, Samuel Bob Greasy, Brandon Marshall, Deion Sanders, Warren Sapp, Steve Young, Kyle Pitts, Ronnie Barber. No. So just the Moss for Zach. Got you, Zach. Okay, back over here. Dallas for Dave. Got you, Dave. Houston is Brad. Got you, Brad. I'll type up the list now. Or not. Where am I typing if it's not going anywhere? It's not going here or there. Going off into the underworld. Detroit. Chargers. Remember, guys, I think I added 5 helmets on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, I looked at the series and said these teams could use some helmets. I had 6. Every team has helmets left. I'll never let a team dry up and be dead. I think that's a stupid way to run a series. I don't like not having everything available. I'll remove Detroit from there since Greg snagged Detroit. I believe this is our updated list. Atlanta, Indy, Jacksonville, Vegas. Atlanta, Indy, Jacksonville, Vegas, Chargers, New Orleans, Giants, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Washington. 10 left on that list there to close us. Message Tim, make sure he doesn't pay for that one. That was after we sold it. Carlos, Chargers, got you, Carlos, thank you. Let's see if she made it home yet. She would. Tanning. Why do girls care? Is Larry here? Larry, you want to give me a Utah's down 4-0 call out or something? I'm too scared to ask. Utah's got to keep on the pedal, man. We're in the playoffs, but it's so tight that we could easily fall out of it. I don't want to do that. Ugh. I was hoping you'd surprise me and say we're up, but that's better than 4-0 like I predicted, huh? Like right now I guess we're the first wild card, but still there's only 4 points. Ugh. Brent Burns, he would. Not McKinnon, McCarr, Taves. Taves not really a scorer, but okay, down to 9 teams left, guys. We'll probably do a freebie team again. So if you're waiting for that, I'll do it here in a little bit. I don't know if we did it at 9 or 8 the other day, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do it now. So let me type it up. You can claim if you want to. 9 left, 8 claims, and 1 free. And 8 claims. Okay, so we're going to give away a team for free again tonight, which I don't know why I keep doing that, but get rid of that. So to explain that, just like we did on Monday, there's these teams left. Whoever claims these teams will be entered in. These 19 or 8 teams will be entered in. The last to get claimed will be given away for free to one of the 8 that were claimed, if that makes sense. So not one of the first 22 or however many, 21. Well, it seems unfair, but it's not. Gila got you with Indy. So you're still paying 32, but you got a chance to get a free spot. Colorado's second goal disallowed, goalie interference. Good. Is it Veggie in there? It's got to be Veggie right off the break. Atlanta, Jonathan. I'm trying to go to the game on Sunday. I wanted to go Friday, but my daughter's having her party. I don't think I'll get there in time. Sunday they play Chicago. I'd like to go to that game if no one else is going. Leland, Chargers were gone a little bit above. I've made that comment. So Chargers are gone. These are the remaining teams. Let me type them up here. There's the last 7, but six claims will close us. We'll finish our last Racky, which should be an authentic, and then we'll do our licensed jerseys tonight. Tomorrow we will do Fire Factory and our licensed 3-boxer. I was thinking about making a game out of it, but I don't know how I'm going to do that, so we'll see. It is veggie, okay. Very nice. I'm not even certain if he ever got into play for Czechia in the Olympics or if it was always Dostal. The third string goalie was a guy I heard of too, but I can't remember who it was. Czechia. So Jacksonville, Vegas, New Orleans, Giants, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Washington. Last 7 left. 6 claims will close us, and then out of those 8 teams that were claimed, starting with the Colts and Atlanta, we'll give away a spot. We'll hang out here for a second. Leland taking Tampa Bay, so 5 left to close us. Brian taking New Orleans. So 4 left to close us. Dave taking Washington. 3 left to close us. 4, so 3 will close us. Oh, it was the first goal? Really? That's what I'm talking about. Do you have it on, Larry, or are you just looking at the updates? I pay to get it. A lot of our games aren't televised locally, so I pay for a Smith Entertainment Group, which gives me jazz and hockey games. It's like $12 a month. Worth it for me, man. I get to watch them all, the ones I don't go to. So I watch it on there, but I often can't find it on like Hulu or whatever else. Okay, here's the updated list, guys. Updates, okay. I appreciate it. 3 or 4 left. 3 of those will close us. The 4th team will be given away for free. So I'll type them all into random.org, the 8 teams that were, or no, 9 teams that were left. And then whoever owns the team on top will get the last team for free. Who's playing goalie for Colorado? Is it Wedgwood or the other? Don't they have 2 Woods? Wedgwood and Blackwood. They're both surprisingly good goalies too. I guess it's not hard to be a good goalie if you have Makar and Taves right in front of you. I like the games that started at least 7 my time because then I can watch the end of it while I'm working down here. Almost there, guys. Thanks for being patient. 4 teams left. 3 of those need to be claimed, and the 4th one will be given away. We'll do Racky after that. We'll do licensed jerseys second, of which I did not update. Good grief, Al. It's always one thing I forget to do. Always one thing, isn't there? You guys help me remind me who hit. Nico Collins hit. I know that. Who was the other hit yesterday? The basketball? Was it hockey? Man, I am worthless with my memory. Wedgwood, okay. Was it 2 football? It must have been 2 football. It was Jeffrey right on top. Okay, disaster averted. That's updated. Still 3 away. Thank you, Obi. My brain wasn't working there. 3 away. Jacksonville, Vegas, Giants, and Seattle. 4th team will be given away for free. Guess I can update this. We've had 2 running backs and 2 others. Right? Yeah, because the other one was baseball. Richard taking Seattle. What are you doing, Richard, on a night break? I'm usually busy at night. Richard got you on Seattle. So 1, 2, 3. 2 of those need to be claimed. The 3rd team will be given away. What's up, Richard? Two left. 3rd one will be given away for free to one of the final 9 teams that were taken. I think Dustin wants Vegas. Probably wants him even less now than he wanted him on the random. That's just my guess. I think the hatred went up even more after 20 minutes ago. Okay, 3 left. 2 will close this, and we'll random off the last one for free. We'll do Racky after that, and then some licensed jerseys to end the night. And then I'm going to watch Utah hopefully win. They only have 3 shots on goal. Wow. Look at all these teams winning 4-0 for Dallas. My in-laws, my mother and father-in-law are there because today's their anniversary. It's like their 38th something anniversary. So they're there watching Mammoth and Avalanche instead of giving away to one of us losers that asked for the tickets. I know you can see it right above, but I'm going to type it again just in case. Jacksonville, Vegas, Giants. Just looking at the scores, guys, so you don't have to hear me talk over and over. 3 left. 2 will close us. Well, now they took a shot on goal away. It's 3-6. Oh, is McKinnon not even playing? He's not. Wow, why? Is he still crying over the wide open net he missed? How about Keller? Keller's back. Keller had a busy week and he's already playing. Taves is playing. McCarr's playing. Wonder what happened to the Nate dog. Okay, down to 2 claims left, and then we'll do Racky and licensed. Jacksonville, Vegas Giants. Again, I know Vegas and Giants just hit. They both still have helmets in there. There will not be another Ashton Genty, and there will not be another Justin Tuck in there, but imagination's key in the other ones. Oh, look what you did, Jonathan. You bullied Dustin. I can't pull Dustin a hit to save my life. And now you're making him claim his team he doesn't even like. Dustin, good luck to you. Maybe it's the opposite of opposite, right? Okay, 1 spot left, and then the previous 8 claims will be entered in for a freebie. Starting with the Colts in Atlanta. So Gila, Jonathan, Leland, Brian, Dave, Richard, Dustin so far. And then again, I'll look at combo spots next series. I've always kind of thrown around the idea of having 3 combo spots, but that would up the price, the 32 to higher and the 43 to higher. Maybe I'll put a pull out and see if that's something that's wanted. Then there would only be 29 claims instead of 30, but something we can look at. Brian will take the Giants. Okay. So Jags are a freebie spot. We'll mark it as paid as soon as we see who it is. Let's go here. Thank you guys for helping us close it. I appreciate it. So who were they? They were Atlanta, Indianapolis, not Jacksonville, Las Vegas. Chargers were not one. New Orleans, New York Giants. Should be 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If you own one of these teams and it's the top one, you get Jacksonville for free on the 7th roll. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Stayed on top on the last 2, so it's meant to be Giants. That was the final claim, too. Brian, you're getting Jacksonville for free. I want to say you got Jacksonville for free on Monday, too, didn't you? I think you did. Someone did. I know you did. I just don't know if it was Jacksonville is what I'm trying to say. The market is paid. Okay. Guys, next up will be our final rack. It should be an authentic. We'll start a new double case on Monday, and then after our rack, we'll do some licensed jerseys. The new additions for Monday, if you weren't here on Monday, were Justin Jefferson, Matthew Tkachuk, Florida Panthers, and Julius Erving. Those are the 3 newest additions, although there's plenty of new ones over the last month or so. Well, let's do this 3-boxer, and then we'll move to Racky next. Okay. Did I read off who had who? I don't think I ever did. Brad, Arizona Jets. Jonathan, Atlanta. Greg, Baltimore. Jason, Buffalo. Greg, Carolina, Tennessee. Joseph, Chicago. Zach, Cincy. Bill B, Cleveland. David L, Dallas. Brian W, Denver. Greg, Detroit. Bill S, Green Bay. Brad, Houston. Eli, you have Indy. Brian, Jacksonville. Jason T, Kansas City. Dustin, Vegas. Carlos, the Chargers. Greg, the Rams. Brad, Miami. Zach, Minnesota. Bill S., New England. Brian W., New Orleans and the Giants. David L., Philadelphia. Bill S., Pittsburgh. Nick, you have San Francisco. Richard, you have Seattle. Leland, Tampa Bay. And David, you have Washington. Let's get this. Let's get the bingo roller here. Well, let's get $3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fourth one back into the cage. Okay, here we go. Box 189. We're kind of staying in the high range. 189. Next one, 116, 116. 116, and last one, 38, Racco, reverse Racco, 38. All right, guys, let me grab those. We'll come back, we'll do Racky after we open these. 189, 116, and 38. $189, 116, 38. Okay. Let's roll through these guys. We will get Raggy going next, and then we'll finish with some jerseys tonight. Okay, box 38. First up, Series 37. Ooh. Sorry. Can't hold it straight. 6 points. I'll get an updated Wonka. I mix all these words up together. Updated Wonka points going for Monday before our final opening, just so we can see where everyone's at. Should have had that today, but I don't. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday were not my favorite days. Nice. Saw the name straight through it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Until it's Racky. We got a Racky hit here. And that is an Eclipse for the Carolina Panthers. 6-pointer for Carolina. Carolina, Greg. Greg hitting and getting 6 points on the Panthers. Racky certified. Sorry, almost dropped it. The black one, it is not personalized. 3, 2, 1. It's turning out to be another night so far. That's Luke Kuechly, linebacker, Hall of Famer now. Will be soon, I should say. Luke Kuechly, 6 points. If I don't do it now, I never will, or I'll do it later, and I don't want to do it later, so let's do it now. Luke Kuechly for Greg. Nice hit, Greg. Defender, of course. I don't know. I guess you didn't hit a defender on, and even that one wasn't defender, but you didn't hit a defender on Monday. I just always notice it when you hit one. Nice Eclipse for the Panthers. Luke Kuechly, white paint pen there, 6-pointer as well. Congrats, nice hit. Okay, 116. Series 37. 0 Wonka. Yeah, I think most people like Luke. Oh, this is one. We've had a few this series where I've said, oh, I'll wait till I turn around. No point. 3, 2, 1. We've got a throwback. I don't think this is their actually, it might be their. This is their tribute. I need to put them together to figure out the differences between their tribute and their throwback. Always just a slight color change. Tribute helmet here for the Eagles. Philadelphia was Dave L. Dave hitting a tribute replica for the Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1. I guess Hall of Famer. I didn't realize that about this guy, but I've said this a few times this series where I've said I don't know if it's our first time having him or second. We've had a few guys that I haven't had a ton in this series. Here's one of them. No way. Are you sure? I know Dave's trying to dig out of a bad streak. That's for sure. This will help a little bit. That is Harold Carmichael. I need to look at that's Hall of Fame 2020. I need to look at my sheets and see if we've ever had a Carmichael. That's a cool one. And I think the other day I embarrassed myself with position, but I think that's the position you guys need. Let me just make sure he's not. He'll be like a center, and I'm thinking he's a wide receiver. Who did I get wrong there, Day? Okay, he is a wide receiver. Thank goodness. Who did I get absolutely wrong the other day on the positions? I can't remember who it was. Carmichael was a receiver, so you guys are on the board. I don't know how much it'll help. You're down. Well, I think Dave buys some helmets too. They're not some wins and some buys. With me though, it's been a little bit, and he's not just buying one spot a break. That's like with me when I start saying my bad streaks. I'm sure people are like, yeah, I saw you hit last Tuesday. It's like, well, I buy a lot of places and I buy a lot of spots, so the bag can rack up real quick. Nice hit, Dave. Harold Carmichael, Hall of Fame 2020. Okay, 189. Next up. Series 37. Oh, geez. 7-pointer went from 6 to 0 to 7. At least we're getting some high points if we're not going to steal a lot of boxes of points. 7-pointer here. Good luck, all. This could make or break it to get into point position. Move from 5th to 2nd, move from 7th to 3rd, get up there close, move from 4th to 2nd. I don't know. Okay. See, I lock myself right into these screens. I swear. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to everyone, but the double winner. Congratulations to you. I say this is going to move you from 5th to 2nd. It's not going to change Greg. He's going to stay in the same position. But I already know Greg has him because he had him with the Luke Kuechly, so why wouldn't he have him on the Lunar here? Greg doubling up. 2 Panthers in the same break. It can always happen. It happened here. Yeah, big Wonka lead. Greg, let's see what you got. This one's a Lunar with a visor. And, ooh, Steve Smith in box 89. It is box 89. That would have been perfect, wouldn't it have? Instead, we got number 90 in box 89. Good grief. But, of course, since we're talking about defenders, we're going to talk about our defender. That is Julius Peppers. Man, that's a great hit, too. Jay Peppers, Panthers, Lunar Eclipse. Sharpie signature there. Well, that's great. Nice hit, Greg. Peppers and Kuechly in the same break. Me oh my. I'll get your points in a second. That's 7. I don't want to do it now because I'll screw people up. Recap. Kuechly, Carmichael, Peppers. There's our Racky. Congrats, winners. Sorry, those that didn't hit. When we only have 2 hit there, it's a little bit more of you that don't hit, and I apologize. I always want you guys to double, triple up, so congrats, Greg, for doubling up. Let's do our final Racky. Again, this should be an authentic. See, maybe I jinxed us, and it'll be a college authentic since I said I'm scared to look for red and blue. Maybe we'll pull another drip out of this series. Or we'll just pull another Panther, huh? What could we pull that would be weird? That's what's going to happen. Who have we talked about a bunch, or what would be the weird thing? Greg, I got you with San Fran. Let me refresh. Let me put this up here on top. Share my screen. Top chat, live chat. That break had a better defense than my Bengals had last year. Doesn't it bug you, Kyle? That was always the thing that I would always like. I used it as a crutch. But looking back at oh, Packers are horrible. Like, how do you have Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback in a long time, and they won 1 Super Bowl? And it's kind of true. And then they're like, Brady better than Rodgers, which is also kind of true. But I always would argue for Rodgers. I saw a stat that said, in playoff games, Brady's defense averaged allowing 16 points, and Rodgers' defense throughout his career averaged allowing 33 points. That's like Joe Burrow, right? Burrow can't score 60 points a game. Doesn't it get frustrating? It's like, can't you just have a good offense and a good defense? Is that so much to ask? I guess it isn't for the Seahawks. Philadelphia, Jonathan R. got you. Off my soapbox. Jason, a little late on San Francisco. Elliot, late on San Francisco. Sorry, guys. Cleveland going to Brad. Tampa Bay going to, I just saw it and I lost it, Brian. Philly gone, Dave. New England going to John. Indy's number 6 for Brad. Tampa Bay's gone, Greg. Cincy is there, spot 7 for Dave. New England, Carlos is gone. Sorry, lots of duplicate claims, guys. Number 8, excuse me, hiccups or whatever that's called. Baltimore going to Brian. Number 9's Dave with the Steelers. Number 10 is Detroit for Bill B. Let me refresh my screen, make sure I'm not missing this. End of 100. Okay. It's not horrible. Detroit for Bill B. Gotcha. Next one up is Buffalo, which is available. Number 11 for Greg. 12 is Minnesota for Carlos. 13, Detroit is gone. Chicago is there. 13 for Dave. Kansas City is 14 for Joseph. Have you seen Nick Lachey on Fitz and Wits podcast? It's how every Bengals fan feels. Really? Is Nick Lachey a Bengals fan? That's like Nick Lachey is 98 degrees or whatever, the 80, 98, 97, 98 degrees. I'll tell you what, I like 98 degrees as a kid. I don't care if I admit it. Giants, number 15. With some randoms up. Who else had a random up before that? That one didn't hold for Jason. And then we had Detroit. So Bill B's got the first random. And then John, you put your two up. So second and third. There is one main spot left and 3 solos left for 18 apiece. See if we can get these filled up, and then we'll move on to licensed jerseys last. Okay. Well, it took a disallowed goal, but we're still in it, huh? I was going to ask a controversial question, but I'm not going to anymore. I try to stay out of. People are mad at me as it is. If you don't hit on a helmet break, mad or sad, whatever it is, I don't need other reasons. Him and his brother grew up in Cincinnati. They were big Cincinnati fan. Yeah, send me the link. I'll listen to that. He's basically talk about what I'm saying. I'm sure that's how you guys feel. That's how I felt as a Packers fan. I always had to argue that no, Rodgers is better. He's more accurate. He's better QBR, better whatever. But it's like, I know, but one has 7 rings and one has 1. So, yeah, you got me there. Anthony, gotcha on Green Bay. Okay, we're closed on main, guys. Let's leave this open for a second to see if we can get a few of those solos claimed up. So we've got Bill B with a solo, John with 2 solos. Those are $18 a piece. Dustin, Denver, just barely late. Sorry about that. We just had 16 claimed right before you. They'll be a random, so you could offer to buy them as a random from whoever gets them. Or you can grab a solo if you want to, a random if you want to. He wrote a song telling Mike wrote a song too. Really? Oh, man. Yeah, listen to that. When you say Fitz and Wits, is that Fitzpatrick and they have a podcast together because they work together for, it's not Fox. Who do they, they're not NFL Network, are they? Oh, that's funny, man. Carlos will take a random and Bill will take 2. Okay, thanks, guys. Bill, do you know any mics? You got any relatives named Mike? Prime, that's right, they're on Prime. Is there no baseball teams in licensed jersey? There are. McCutcheon, Dent, Ripken, Chipper, Matsui, DeGrom, Scherzer, Boggs. They're the least represented, but there are 8 right now. That's cool. Fitzpatrick and Whitworth. I like both of them. You guys could take a screenshot here, too, if you want to see who the claimable players are. 62 names. 20 will get claimed. 40 will get randomed. 2 will be solos. Okay, we are closed. So, John, yours are being bought by Bill on this. Okay, thank you guys. Let's keep it moving here. Is this accurate? 6? No. No, I think the Bash Bros in Carolina put an end to that one for you guys. It's like salt in the wound, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I showing my screen? I am. 7 times. There's 5, 6, and 7. New York on top, Jets, Jacksonville on bottom. I'm going slow tonight, huh, guys? It's 8, 10 o'clock Eastern. Well, I guess it took us a little bit to fill this one. I won't blame myself. Greg, you have San Fran and the Jets. Jonathan R., Philadelphia and Houston. Brad, Cleveland and Seattle. Brian W., Tampa, Arizona. John, you have New England. You sold Bill S., Tennessee. Brad, you have Indy in New Orleans. David L., Cincy in Washington. Brian, Baltimore, Miami. David L., Pittsburgh, Carolina. Bill B., Detroit. You sold Carlos, Vegas. Greg, you have Buffalo and Atlanta. Carlos, you have Minnesota and Dallas. David L., Chicago and the Rams. Joseph, Kansas City and Denver. John, you have the Giants. You sold Bill the Chargers. And Anthony, you have Green Bay and Jacksonville. I was just going to say, that's the perfect random for you. Did I really get Jax? Yeah, you did. Liddy McLitterson. There you go. Green Bay and Jacksonville. Okay, we only have box 6 left, so we're ready to rock and roll. Never forget Urban Meyer helped one of the funniest pulls ever. Yeah, I know. Urban Meyer on the Jags. We just pulled him on an Ohio State helmet. If that's the one you're talking about. We pulled him on Jags, though, too. All right, let's copy. Next up is Big Al's license jersey. Pick a player, get 2 players. Tomorrow will be a 3-boxer. Tonight is a 2-boxer, but let's close this. Let's open our box. Good luck, all. Final rack from this double case. We'll start a new double case Monday. I'll have some new headliner pictures, some new chasers. But again, I say go after your gut feeling on teams you think are in these boxes or players you want to go after, new signings, stuff like that. Chasing the headliners are fun too because we do hit them from time to time, more often than we do with any other product. But Racky's the sky's the limit, man. You can get fun players from all teams. All right, let's roll. Box 6. It'd be funny if I was lying to you guys this whole time and this wasn't authentic. When I say funny, I mean the opposite of funny, but I'm pretty sure we've only pulled 5 authentics. And unless I got really tired and this just feels heavy. Reaching over a pile of boxes. Okay. Here we go. Good luck, all. I'm trying to see if I know the style or if it's because it doesn't have a style. Is this a classic? Am I just looking into this differently? You can see there's a wing there, which you got another duplicate, but now from different products. It is a classic. Classic is by far the least amount we pull from Racky. Maybe not if you do each thing individually, but we pull more specialties than we do classics. So here's a classic for the Eagles. I don't even want to guess. This could be 30 different people. Philly. That's right at the top. Philadelphia, Jonathan R. You had Philly. And it's an authentic and it's a classic. Let's see if this gives away a little bit. Beckett doesn't really help much at all. If I had to make one guess with Beckett, I'm going to say I want to see Cooper DeJean. We were talking about it the other day. Let's go Cooper DeJean. Let's stay on the defensive side. 3, 2, 1. See, that's what my brain was telling me it was, and I just didn't want to do it. It felt like a stupid vanilla guess. I wanted to see Cooper, but we really want to see Barkley, and that's who that is. Saquon Barkley. Today was the night of Tonight was the day of, what do you want to call it? I'm getting tired. Running backs and others. Saquon Barkley Classic Authentic Beckett Certified. Jonathan, nice hit. SB 26. I do want to see when this was signed. A little skinnier signing. See if it was really recent. I get curious at times. Look at that. 2 Panthers, 2 Eagles. My brain doesn't like that. I like seeing variety. It was signed December 1st of 2025, so just 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Here comes Saquon, but I get accused of OD script. So this was from a previous signing, even before that, but he did sign recently too. This was from December. Okay, let's do some licensed jerseys, guys. Congrats, Jonathan. There's our jersey pre-fill or whatever, live fill drop. Go up here. Yeah, I remember the old scripting comment. That one was fun. Lots of fun names to claim here, guys. Hopefully you get you guys. Hopefully we get 2 claim hits tonight. That'd be fun. I believe I updated this list. It was live, but I did it. And we're already showing my screen, so we're good to go. Okay, I've got rice. Jerry's eating rice. I like his new commercial with it's a juicer. I think it's funny. Greg, Jerry, number 2, Fedorov. Sergey for Jason. Let's see here. Number 3, Shaq. For Larry V. Number 4 is Bird for Bill. I've got some fun jerseys I could maybe add this weekend. I know we've already had some fun ones, but I've got Barkley and Emmett on the way. I don't think Barkley will get here in time. Emmett's here. Maybe we'll add Emmett. I kind of every once in a while I'll do the bigger buys in chunks and then save them and sprinkle them in. But let's see what we're gonna add. There's my wife. Larry Bird. Mark just laid on Bird. Yager, number 5. So anyways, we'll do a 3-boxer tomorrow. I'm always tempted to do a 4-boxer, but I think that's too much. Garnett, Jonathan, number 6. KG. Jonathan, one of these times I want to win one of your choices between is it Prism and I forget what the other one is. I just want to rip cards. I haven't ripped cards in a while, and one of those looks fun. The little packs, booster. No, they're not booster packs. They're I forget what they're called. I used to open them all the time when I was chasing Zion. I know they're football, but still, I'll win them once. I think Brad won one the other day, didn't he? Didn't Brad win? Ans Kopitar, number 7. Number 8, Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl for Brett. Number 9, Yager just gone, Jake. Sorry. Number 9 is Johnny Gruden for Brian. Number 10 is Garrett Wilson for Elliot. Number 11 is Walt Frazier for Craig. Number 12 is Jamar Chase for Greg. Got you, Greg. Number 13, Nathan McKinnon. See, reverse psychology. We're all happy he missed that shot. He's the least happy person in the world. He thinks they were the better team, which they probably were. Stamkos, Brian. Brian, maybe Stammer will come out in the calendar year. I don't know. I feel like you've been chasing Patty and Stammer for 18 years. Stamkos. Chipper, number 15. Some of you guys even longer, I know. The last Chipper, I think we're probably closed, guys. Maybe a few missing out, maybe not. Fun fact, Al's first live was ripping packs. stacking stacks and ripping packs. Yeah, I did a few like Fortnite cards. I did basketball cards because I really liked it, but I love the breaking aspect. And then I saw memorabilia, and I thought, these guys kind of suck at doing this. They don't even know who the players are. They're touching the autographs. They're sneezing on the helmets. They're not answering questions. Let's try it. I love sports. I love football. And then I tried it, and I'm still having fun 5 years later. Chipper. Brugman, Zach Garnett is gone. Sorry. JJ is number 16. Maybe we're not quite done. That is a fun fact. A fun fact, a lot of people will delete their old YouTube videos. I've never deleted one. You guys can go back and watch anyone win anything you want back from whenever. If you get bored enough. 17, don't do it, though. I can't stand when I go back to see, like, to verify who won something or when something was won, I have to mute my voice. Listening to my voice is horrible. We've already talked about that. Richard, 17. I need to stop talking here, though. I feel like I'm going to mess something up. 16 was JJ. 17, Kutch. 18, Ripken is Larry. 19 is the aforementioned Patty Kane for Brian. And 20 is Irving. Back when he had a mullet. I just got a haircut today. And I'm not joking, guys. And I still have a full head of hair, but when they cut it and it fell onto the little bib they make me wear, whatever the heck it is, it looked as wide as the baseball sitting right there. It scared me. It's usually been great. Today it looked almost white. Did you ever do graded slab Pokemon? Yeah, we did Pokemon card. We could still try to do stuff like that. I keep talking about doing different stuff, but anyways, today is great. But I could still easily grow a mullet. There's one person that won't let me do it. I'll give you one guess. It's not me. Did I write down Julius Irving? No, I didn't. 20 Julius Irving for Richard. I used to have longer hair, a little bit longer. Not like long, but like shag type stuff, you know? And now what I say is I hate getting haircuts. So when my hair gets long enough and it's a windy day, it turns my hair into Betty White hair basically because the wind makes it fluff up. So when I have Betty White hair, that's when I go into the haircut place. And that was yesterday. I had Betty White hair, so I went in today. And she said, "You lost 20 pounds today in your hair." I'm like, shut it, lady. She was like 90 years old, by the way, cutting my hair. She's cut a few haircuts before. Okay, there's 20 spots, guys. We're full. Yeah, Betty White hair's gone. Now I'm down to the nice dapper Dan look. Let's do these randoms that actually hit copy. I don't know if I did. Final two will be $10 solos. Just need to be the first ones. First one to claim them. One at a time, please. Yes, Craig, we're going to do 7 times. We've done Pokemon. We've done dollar bills or $2 bills or whatever. We've done coins. We've done comic books. Kind of like we've started doing Funkos, stuff a little bit outside of sports, even our sports ones. Here's our last one. The last two are Giannis and Starks are our solos tonight. Both basketball, but those are usually targeted, so I'm sure those won't last very long. Yeah, we've done non-graded and graded. Anyway, I'll look for stuff. I kind of enjoy doing stuff on the side too. But I'll tell you this, guys. It's probably been 5 years, maybe less, maybe a little more. I don't know. If I didn't love autographs and hanging out with everyone, I do this a lot less than when we first started. I don't know if you guys remember. We used to do 5 or 6 nights a week, and I'd stay up till 3 a.m. I was killing myself. Now I do it just a couple times a week because I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I would have stopped a long time ago. Stress from it, stuff like that, not worth it. If you don't, a lot of people are in it just to try to make money, and it's really not. Maybe those TikTok guys that are raffling off cars, I don't know. But if you don't love it, you're gonna get out of it really quick. Starks, Jonathan, Dustin, Ant, I'm assuming is Antetokounmpo. I'll give you that one. Since there is no Anthony Edwards. Jonathan just after with Giannis. Bill just after with Starks. Yeah, I assumed. I always say Giannis instead of even saying his last name because I probably say it wrong. Okay, let's look at what's up for a trade and card show. There's a card show there. And then we'll see if anyone has any discounts. I'll read these few first. Actually, I'm going to read them after. Let's read all this first, and then I'll read your claims, and then we'll get through. Greg, you have Rice, Zibanejad, and Boggs, Jason T, Fedorov, Metcalf, and Thornton. Larry V, you have O'Neill, Allstott, and Mourning, Bill S, Bird, Evans, and Weber. Richard, Yager, Drexler, and Durant. Jonathan, Garnett, Young, and Kemp. John, you have Kopitar, Warren, and Kuechly. Brett G, you have Draisaitl, Pittman, and Dent. Brian W, Gruden, Gonzalez, and DeGrom. Elliott, Wilson, Eichel, and Malone. Craig, you have Frazier, Stone, and Scherzer. Greg, you have Jamar Chase, Drieger, and Woodson. Nick F, McKinnon, Elway, and Matsui. Brian, Stamkos, Lindros, and Carter. Bill S, Chipper Jones, Morrissey, and Matthew Tkachuk. Greg, you have Jefferson, Donovan Mitchell, and Brock Bowers. Richard, you have McCutcheon, Love, and JSN. Larry V, you have Ripken, Ryan, and Gensel. Brian W, Kane, Bettis, and Beckham. Richard, Irvin. Jonathan, you claim Starks. Dustin, you claim Giannis. I missed some triples. I don't think I did. I was kind of got going fast there with realizing. First time I've had a good. I've been to a few bad ones here around me too, and I went to a memorabilia show, a place next to me here, like 2 years ago, and there was a booth there that every single item they were selling was fake. And I'm like, dude, he was trying to talk to me like he knew all these people too. I'm like, I know you don't know this about me, but I know those are fake. Every single one of those. Besides a few like common things. All right, let me go up and read the trades, guys. Be patient with me. Please try to answer. If you see it yourself and you want to answer it, I'll read it off, but if I don't get a response, I'll assume it's a no, or we're not dealing with that. Okay, Elway, Matsui are up for trade for hockey. So I'm going to write that down here. Elway, Matsui up for trade for hockey. Reinhart for sale, Richard. If someone asks someone if something's for sale, I'll go look for a response. Don't see a response yet. If you want to sell Reinhart, Richard, Sam Reinhart, let him know. He'll buy it for 10. Metcalf is up for trade from Jason. DK's up. Larry V, can I buy Allstott? Yours, Greg. Good luck. Where's Allstott? Right here. You guys know I love me a good Allstott. I like to do orange last if I can. Ryan Gensel, Morning for sale. Where are you, Larry? Was that Larry that said that? Matt Ryan Gensel, and do you have Morning? Oh, you do. You just did it the opposite. Okay, those are all up for sale. Here's Greg. Good luck. First time we've had a good, yeah. Pittman and Dent for sale trade, says Brett. Pittman, Dent, probably looking for hockey, I assume, Brett. I'll buy Matthew Tkachuk if for sale. Bill, you've got Tkachuk if you want to sell him. Thanks, Larry. Keeping, that's in for Reinhart. Okay, you're going to keep Reinhart? I thought there was more comments. I guess I'm already caught up. Yes to the hockey, Brett. Okay. So Metcalf's up. Morning, Pittman, Dent, Elway, Matsui, Ryan, Gensel. Some are for trade, some are for sale. Matsui for sell or trade. Who wants to buy Hideki? And then Nick also had Elway up for trade for hockey. I'll give you guys a second to run through these, just so I'm not getting ahead of myself. Dang it, Larry. Who was it this time? I'm going to guess like Lekanen or Nichushkin or whatever the stupid. Who the freak is Kelly? Parker Kelly? I don't even know who that is. Brent Burns with the assist. Is their B team beating us today? Greg's going to keep the randoms, okay? Going to give you guys a second here because there's a lot that are up there. Football players that are for sale are DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, John Elway, and Matt Ryan. Hockey that are up for sale are Jake Gensel. Basketball up for sale, Alonzo Mourning, and that's it. And then baseball up for sale, Matsui and Bucky Dent are up for trade. Matsui for Mark Stone, Craig. Craig, you have Mark Stone on the Golden Knights. Do you want to trade for Hideki Matsui? Mm-hmm. 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 Last time I traded, it came out. Yeah, you've had a few instances like that. The trades seem to hurt you more than they help you, and sometimes it's the other way with other people. That's how I feel when I do stuff like that too. Buy Matt Ryan. Larry B had Matt Ryan. Greg's going to buy him from you. I'm going to roll the bingo balls, guys. I'll start grabbing boxes. If nothing else moves, then they're just going to stay where they're at. I'm sorry. So trades and sells still up. Feel free to look at the red ones or keep offering. I won't rush through it, so you have time to do it. Might as well get going on finding our boxes and our box numbers. 2 numbers. I'll show it close so you guys can see it. 1, 2. First number is 178. 178. Closer. Next number is 91. 91. I think that was Clayton Killer's number in the Olympics because Jack Eichel got to keep number 9. I think he went 91. He only played 38 seconds in the gold medal match. I went to go look because I knew it wasn't much, but I thought it was a couple minutes. I wasn't paying attention that it was only one shift. At least he got to be there, I guess, huh? Okay, I'm going to read them off again, guys. DK Metcalf, Alonzo Mourning, Michael Pittman Jr., Bucky Dent, John Elway, Pro Bowl, Mitchell and Ness, Hideki Matsui, Jake Gensel are the items up for trade or sell. Feel free to make an offer on those. I'm going to grab the boxes in a second here. Buy Elway for sale. That may have been the one that was only up for trade. Nick, let me know if that's just up for trade. I should have like a trade color and a sell color. I'm not great at that. I should start doing that. So it's not just all put together. Nick will answer. Metcalf for the Tampa Bay guy. Metcalf for Jake Gensel. That's the only Tampa, right? Larry, that's a trade offer for you. Metcalf for Jake Gensel. If you want to do that. I'm gonna hold, he says. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's what you said. Matsui for trade or sell. Elway for trade. I'll let you guys answer that. I'm going to grab those boxes. 178 and 91. $178.91. Check. We'll hold Gensel. Okay. Looks like those are all staying where they're at now. We tried, guys. 2 bot. The rest are staying put. Let's close it and let's get rolling. Last 2 of the night. Safe to say Bounty's not hitting, but we'll keep doing positions on Monday. I'll try to update Derrick Henry with some other stuff too. 2-0 Colorado. Sons of bees. Now it's got to be one of those guys. Nichushkin or Lehkonen. Nope. Olofsson. Man, it's like the B squad taking us. And their B squad's probably better than most A squads, but not a lot of names. No McCarr, no McKinnon showing up on those stats. Okay, 91 and 178. No Natchez. Is he even playing? I didn't check for him. Is Brock Nelson playing? I didn't check for him either. Don't worry. I'll check right in the middle of the stream. Natchez is playing. Nelson is playing. So just no McKinnon. Nichushkin's in, and so is Lehkonen. So just I'm guessing the right names. They're just not doing it. Parker Kelly. Okay, here we go. First up. I saw colors, but still didn't give it away. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I thought this was a different jersey for a second. I thought that it was the solo jersey, but I don't know his number. He's still crying. That's what I think. I think he's taking a personal day. This jersey we put in a while ago. I really like it. I thought maybe it'd get claimed, but maybe it's just my style. I think it's cool. It's cool, especially for him. Number 4, Fanatic certified. This is Chris Webber on a Bullets jersey. Really like this. Mitchell and Ness. Love the old school logos, and I think it's cool to see them on a non-Kings item. Kings would be cool too, obviously, but Washington Bullets jersey, Mitchell and Ness. Basketball lately. Maybe not. There was a little bit there where we had them. 96, 97. Swingman Hardwood Classics. Did not look to see who had them. I like the patch up here, the gold NBA patch too. It's nice. Good auto. I'll show it again closer as soon as I hold this without it falling down. Fanatic certified, Chris Webber. It looked like a Detroit style jersey too, but I don't even know if we had Detroit. All right, let me find them. I wanted claims. Our first one's not a claim. Chris Webber. Spot 4 on the Larry Bird claim. Getting another basketball player in Chris Webber. Mike Evans for moral support in the middle. Bill S. hitting Chris Webber. Nice jersey, Bill. It's a cool one. I would hope because this is how I am. When I join jerseys and helmets and stuff like that, I would hope that the majority of these jerseys, let's just say a good portion, not the majority. There's obviously ones you're going to chase, and there's a bunch of names that everyone likes to chase. But hopefully there's a name that you guys hit like that where you're like, oh, you know what, that's a cool one. I'll keep that, or I really like that. It's not one I would have claimed, but now that I hit it as a random, it's a cool one. That's how it's a lot of things I hit like that. And I'm hoping it's not just like, I got the Chris Webber. That thing sucks. You know where to find Jung if you want to trade for that one, says Craig. Okay, box 178. Couldn't tell, but I can tell which sport it is because it's heavier and close to the top. Still can't think what this is. Man, I'm struggling. Okay, now I know. It's a J at the start. Man. Struggle bus, Al. This one's pretty new, I think. Pretty new. East Coast certified, number 44. We're going NHL on this one. And this is the cool reverse retro. Love this jersey. Josh Morrissey, East Coast certified reverse retro. Nick knew it. I had trouble there. I don't know why I didn't know he was number 44. I know I put the pictures up there. I know I look at them. I don't particularly save them in my brain. I like the color scheme on this reverse retro. You got the big Adidas logo to signify the reverse. Josh Morrissey, not claimed, so 2 non-claims. I know there's more non-claims, double the amount, but still. A-Patch, also reverse retros. You guys know it has the RR facing back-to-back there at the top. Winnipeg, A-Patch. Orange also tells you there on the patch, on the NHL logo. And fight strap there. Great jersey. Let me see who had him. NHL and NBA tonight. Chris Webber, Josh Morrissey, and then on Monday we hit football and football. I'm waiting for one of these weeks to just have 4 hockey, 4 football, 4 baseball, something like that. We've probably gotten close. Let me search for the randoms on this one too. There it is with Matthew Tkachuk for moral support. Bill, he doubled up on 2 different lines. Bill S. with the Chipper Jones claim getting Josh Morrissey. Bill, nice hit. Morrissey reverse retro. Love this jersey. This would probably be one of the ones that I'd had on my bounty list of ones I would go after. East Coast COA on that one. Chris Webber and Josh Morrissey. Double up there. We had a couple different double ups today in different breaks. Fun for the double uppers. I know it's not fun for everyone else, but that's how I'll always run it. I want everyone to have a chance on every single item they claim on every single pull. That's the only way to do it, in my opinion. Okay, let's do a recap, and we'll sign off for the night. Tomorrow we'll do Fire Factory. We'll do a 3-boxer. I'll add fun jerseys in. Hopefully there's a couple that you like. It seems like I've been having some fun ones lately. Baseball on our juice ball tonight was Pete Rose. Great start. Love Pete Rose on a baseball. You got it, Jonathan. See if you get any claims over the next couple hours. I know you only put them in there for a little bit, so see if anyone's interested. We hit Jim Thome, also, in my opinion, the headliner type name in the Hall of Fame jersey. We hit Rope Hits, and we hit Mark Recchi. We did not pull a Funko. That's from the other day. Radke, the end of this Radke case, 2 great hits. Adrian Peterson, Saquon Barkley, classic, authentic, and an STS 4.0. And then Big Al's jerseys were Chris Webber, Josh Morrissey, reverse retro. Helmets were Peppers, Keekly, Carmichael, Genty, Justin Tuck, and Vince Wilfork. We kind of had an onslaught there of defenders. 4 out of the 6. Then a receiver and a running back. All right, guys. 3-1 Avs. Man, they both scored. I just 3-2. Let's go 3-2 to the third. So I have fun watching still. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me like I always do. I really do. I hope your streak gets better or continues to do good. Like I always say, I'm here to facilitate a fun environment, hopefully for breaks. I know losing sucks, but try to put in the best stuff I can and stuff that you guys don't see elsewhere and good variety. I'll keep trying to do that starting tomorrow with some new jerseys that maybe you haven't seen yet. If anything's staying in the corner, please let me know and I'll do that instead of shipping tomorrow. I do have a semi-busy weekend, but we're going to fit a stream in. Birthday and wife's gone and I forget what else. Last basketball game on Saturday at 2. Stuff going on. So just let me know. Any questions, also reach out. I'll do my best to try to catch up from this weekend. I was sick on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, just getting over it today. So I'll try to catch up. I know I'm failing a lot of you, so I'll try to catch up on those. If you need to, you can send me another push and say, hey, just checking in on this. That might help you as well. And then hopefully I can sit down tomorrow and just catch up. I'll focus on shipping tonight and I'll catch up tomorrow. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow if you're around for another fun Fire Factory case or some licensed jerseys. So, see ya.